It's Week 14 of the National Football League, and we'll see the Bears' veteran quarterback. After his last game, he's now across 3,000 yards for the season. It's the Bears and the Lions, and it's all up next.
Now, the good news is that the winds aren't as violent as they were yesterday in Chicago, but it's still pretty darn cold. To be expected, I guess, for December football at Soldier Field. Today, it's a Week 14 matchup that should be a good one, as it'll be the Detroit Lions taking on the Chicago Bears. With Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And, Charles, you look at this Bears team entering play. They come in off the extended break from the bye.
I think it was much needed as well. You play 2.5 months, you're ready for some time off to get set for the home stretch.
3/4 of the NFL season are complete. What works in our final month? We're underway in Week 14. No run back here on the opening kickoff as we'll start at the 25. So here are the Bears now for their opening drive. And they'll be led out by a veteran journeyman. He's made starts for 7 different franchises. Case Keenum.
You talk about the pause that refreshes. I think it's come at a perfect time of the year for them, hasn't it? You know, the season is starting to wind down, got a little bit of a break. But how about the guy calling the signals? He's got to be excited about that because now he didn't just get a game plan for 1 week. He's able to work on it for 2 weeks. I can't wait to see if they have anything special in store for him today.
Maybe a good spot to take a shot. Here's 2nd and a yard from the 34. Once again, it's Swift. And he'll be brought down right around the 37. 2 yards on the pickup, and that's all they needed to move the sticks. Here's Keenum. And he'll get this complete downfield to connect. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. An excellent pickup of 34 yards.
We expected this defense to be tested by this passing game coming into this one, and there's an example on this first possession of the game.
So now then, the big play has them all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. Swift going to try up the middle. And he's able to motor his way down to the 16-yard line. Well, hang on here because DeAndre Swift injured on that last play and in need of a little assistance. The medical staff will attend to him, and we will step aside. So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10. From the red zone, it's Keenum. To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
After all the preparation, all the practice, a play like that will absolutely break your heart. They had everything they wanted, just unable to complete it. In the end zone, a big-time drop.
Now Keenum. Complete to Zacchaeus. He's down inside the 10 to the 8, and it comes on a gain of 8. Trying to keep the drive going here. This is play number 7 on 3rd and 2. On play action, it's Keenum. Touchdown, Bears! Corey Blasingame, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Bears get the upper hand as they're on the board first here this afternoon. Picking up where they left off before the open week that they had last week as they won going into that. And no signs of being stale.
No, and that's really big for them because there's a trust factor that goes into this. Because what often happens, if you win the game before your open week, you usually get more time off. But if you win the game before the open week, get more time off, and don't play well the next time out, that goes away. So they're making a statement that they like that time off.
Santos with the extra point, and that makes the score 7-0. And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25. So here are the Lions now coming out for their opening drive. And a look here at their signal caller, the 5th-year quarterback.
If you ask coaches at any level to design their ideal leader of a team, I think they're going to check every box with this guy. He's got the poise to handle responsibility. He stays calm under any kind of pressure, and he brings out the best of his teammates each and every week.
Here's the former Bear. This is David Montgomery. He'll be brought down on the 30-yard line after a gain of 6. And the ball on the 30. Here's 2nd and 4.
Brings up 2nd and 4 at the 30-yard line.
They'll set up a throw. Firing quickly, but it's incomplete. You look at this Bears defense against the pass, just numbers that they haven't liked. Number 30 in the league right now.
And I think you're going to see some changes in the offseason, whether it's through the draft, free agency, maybe even both. They definitely need some help in the secondary.
And he is going to have a Lions first down. They needed 4. He doubled that. He wound up getting 8. The Lions at 5-7 now on the year. And they come in losers of 2 straight, so trying to turn things around here.
And you just mentioned 2 straight, and when you're talking about 2 games, that's nothing to panic about. They feel like they've been a little bit unlucky in the last couple. This is a club that's more than capable of turning things around, and I expect them to play really well here.
First down, here's the run to Montgomery. And he'll take this ahead for about 4. 2nd down coming up. These 2 teams, they met at Ford Field earlier this season with the Lions winning that ball game. So they're looking for the series sweep here in Chicago. 2nd and 6. This is caught by Williams. So give him 2 yards there on the completion, and it brings up 3rd and 5 now. Well, this defense for the Bears very strong in that victory a week ago.
And no matter what's done throughout a ball game, it always comes back to blocking and tackling. That's the essence of football. But I think it's hard for people to understand just how difficult it is to tackle, especially open field. Very few missed tackles on tape that I saw last game. This team does a nice job of getting their opponents on the ground.
Now I think we're going to get a timeout here. Yes, a timeout here as it looks like we've got a Lion that's shaken up. Well, the medical staff is going to come out here and take a look, and we will take a short break. They'll look to throw now on first down. That pass caught. It's Williams. Touchdown, Detroit. Jamison Williams, 48 yards. And the Lions are able to match the opening drive touchdown against them with one of their own. Well, they said that they wanted to get him involved early, and what a way to cap their opening drive, Charles. We know he's one of the fastest receivers in the NFL, and he showcased it on that play.
And when you have a guy like that, you want to make sure the defense sees him early, right? You want to see how they're going to adjust, how they're going to try and guard him, because they can't replicate his speed in practice unless they've got one of the few guys who are as fast as he is. And all it took was one drive. He burned them, and I don't think it's the last time they call his number in this one.
Devin Duvernay now returning from the end zone. And ultimately, he stopped right where he would have been if he had simply gone down to a knee at the 25. The Bears offense making their way out as we give you a look at the playoff race in the NFC. CD, after this game, there will be 4 weeks left in the regular season. So this is far from the final version of what we'll see come January, more of a first draft, if you will, as all these teams fight for a better position.
And you pointed it out so accurately there, Brandon. After this game, 4 weeks left in the regular season, and then the playoffs officially begin. But for some teams, trying to fight to make it to the playoffs, they're actually in a playoff push right now.
And down he goes. Keenum is sacked. Now we're going to get a stoppage. Appears to be an injured Bear on the field. Well, now they're going to come out and take a look at this injury, and we'll be back in a moment. 3rd and 20. Now Keenum. Over the middle, complete. It's Moore. It'll go as a gain of 4. And that's going to bring up a 4th down.
Well, we hear so often how tackling has become almost a lost art in the NFL game. But it's so important to tackle well on these receivers, especially in a play like this one. 3rd down, they gave him the underneath stuff. You got to go and make the tackle right away.
Taken from just outside the 30. A very nice punt that time, but they get 11 back on the return. And the Lions will take over. Back onto the field come the Lions for their 2nd overall drive. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown. Their last time out, looking to repeat that. Charles' defense, they were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways, because you know they're both motivated. They both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, It just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
The catch and run going to wind up netting him 33 yards.
And the offense is saying to itself right now, if only they were all this easy, because he was wide open. And once he made the catch, plenty of room to work his way downfield. That was a breakdown on the defensive side of the ball, one that they want to fix immediately.
Going up the gut, Montgomery. And they're knocking on the door now. As a good run there, going to take this to about the 10-yard line. Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another first. They'll look to throw here. And a dangerous throw there, incomplete. He threw that into coverage. It was nearly intercepted. They'll go again here from the 10-yard line on 2nd and goal. Now back to throw. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
Give him credit for excellent coverage, tight coverage. They're doing a lot of things that we talk about in basketball. They're causing disruptions in the passing game. And as long as that continues, it'll be tough for them to gain any momentum throwing the ball downfield.
That pass play good for 7, but it still brings up a 4th and goal.
One hallmark of good defenses is understanding the game, understanding positioning, and tackling immediately in the secondary after catches. I think we just saw that on display right there.
Got to him before he ever had a chance to think about turning it upfield. So they're able to end that drive with 3 points in this one-possession ball game.
And ideally, you want to end every drive with points. Most quarterbacks would tell you, let's end it with a kick, right? A PAT, that's number 1. Field goal you'll take. Punts, you really don't want to do that. In this case, they'll take the field goal and get prepared for the rest of the game.
The Bears offense now heading back out onto the field.
And they were winners the last time they took the field, which was 2 weeks ago. They had the open week last week, so this is a squad that should be really refreshed and ready to roll.
I would agree, because when you get that open week after a victory, it does wonders for everyone. Obviously, your body, get a chance to heal up, but your mind as well. You feel good about winning, so now you can get away from it for a few days, put down the playbook, turn off the film, just be you. Enjoy that time away, and then you come back ready to go.
And a great job there to read that one defensively. They strung him out, would not allow him to cut upfield. Here's 2nd and 7.
This is Homer.
A strong running there as he's across midfield and down to the 49.
That good for 19 and a first down.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember, the last drive they went 3 and out.
So the ball moves into Lion territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 49-yard line. Again, it's Homer. And he sneaks his way forward only for a couple here. 2nd down.
You talk about this Lions defense.
They enter this one 18th in the NFL in stopping the run.
One thing players always tell us is that they never really pay attention to numbers. I don't believe them for a second. They know where they rank, okay? They're not quite at the top, but they're far from the bottom. But let's face it, they want to move up. In order to do that, they've got to look at each other and make sure everyone's taking care of their assignments in order to play the run better.
Throwing is Keenum on 3rd down. And under the Lions' pressure, he's brought down.
Kirby Joseph
drops him for a loss of 10, and it's going to be 4th and long.
Now that was a passer's nightmare. The front door totally shut down by the defense, so he kept going backwards, hoping to find another avenue of escape. It didn't exist.
4th down, so Jake Camarda is out there.
And he'll get this away into the icy winter air. This is taken around the 12. They'll net only 35 here following a 43-yard boot, 8-yard return.
And they will take over 1st and 10. David Montgomery and the Lions about set to begin this next series.
A tough challenge here in this one. We'll see if he can duplicate the numbers on your screen that he put up last week, up over 100 and a touchdown.
We were watching tape to prepare for this game. One thing you noted that I totally agree with, great complimentary piece in the last game. They're able to throw it pretty well. He exceptionally, and they hope to continue that same formula in this game.
Complimentary with an E, not an I.
That's my English teacher right there.
On second down, Montgomery. And he'll go down right at the 30-yard line. Give him 8 yards. There's still a few inches to go, though, as it'll be third down at about the length of the football. On third and short, they'll try and pick it up through the air.
He's got his target. That's complete. And he is going to have the Lions first down, and comfortably so, as he gets 5 there on third and a yard.
10-7 our score after 1 right here on EA Sports. The Lions with the football here to begin the second quarter, as they've got it with a 1st and 10. Now Montgomery running right. And they're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10.
Second and 10 at the 36-yard line.
Back to throw.
He'll find his rookie tight end, Sam Laporta.
And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. 18 yards on his first catch of the game. It's a first down.
And that was good protection there. No, that was great protection there because it allowed him to lock in on his receiver, although I think he was looking for his tight end on the corner route all the way. Nice connection there for a really nice gain.
A quick throw out wide, caught by Robinson. So the completion good for just 3. And that's going to bring up second down.
Brings up 2nd and 7 at the Bears' 43-yard line.
They'll drop to throw. This to Arnold on the short pass. A gain of 3 last play. This time they double it and pick up 6.
Let's not quibble about the gain there on second down. That was a positive play because that was a take-what-you-can-get situation. Got out to the tight end. Now it gives him a much better opportunity to convert on third down.
And he gets it to the 34. Good enough for the first. A third down gain of 3 yards, and that'll be enough. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Back to the ground, this time Montgomery. And he'll manage to pick up about 4. It's second down.
And that was a quality play to start a new set of downs. That was simply an offensive line winning the battle up front and winning in a big way and giving their guy in the backfield a nice lane to hit.
And he'll be brought down at about the 25 after a pickup of 4.
Back-to-back 4-yard runs. Now look, if they just do that all the way downfield, ball ends up in the end zone, but that's a little difficult to do.
Yeah, I think now 3rd and 2, that defense ready to stiffen up and stop that run. And in for the Lions, touchdown.
Jamison Williams
With his 2nd touchdown of the game, number 8 on the season, as his guys are able to extend their lead.
in the second quarter, and already his 2nd touchdown reception.
Absolutely the definition of a difference maker here in this first half. Clearly one of his quarterback's favorite targets in this game, and I figure he's going to draw a little more attention and coverage moving forward.
Here's Badgley now to try to add the PAT. It's good to make it 17-7. A pretty long drive that time. 11 plays all told.
And it was Jamison Williams wrapping things up with a touchdown.
Here are the Lions now as they line up and kick this one away.
On the return, Devin Duvernay. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22. The Bears now ready to take over again.
They trail by 10, 17-7 as they come up on a 1st and 10. And they'll send the slot in motion left.
Now he's going to get it on the jet sweep. And that is not fooling anyone. He never had a chance to turn the corner there. And they'll go backwards right away.
So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. Keenum now to throw. Incomplete.
Not only did he have a chance to scan the field there, it felt like he had a chance to scan it twice. The protection was that good. Unfortunately for him, the coverage downfield, equally good.
That'll be caught by Foreman.
And this will not get close to the first down marker as he's brought down at the 26. They do get 7 out of that, but not enough to prevent a fourth down.
Here's Jake Camarda now.
He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. That's taken on the 25. That'll go as a 46-yard punt with a return of 7.
And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. Jamison Williams and the Lions get set for this next possession.
We're in the second quarter. He already has 2 touchdowns. We know how good he is. That's well documented. How do you contain him?
We know he's a nightmare. So in this situation, I would go ahead and double him, maybe even have a third person in the area, and try and dissuade them from throwing him the football. Make someone else beat me for a while, because I don't know that their talents are his, because when he gets his hands on the ball, he breaks down my entire D. Someone else, they may not make the same type of a play.
Well, we know his talents are very good. Trying to get it to Williams, but it's intercepted. Picked by Kevin Byard.
And the Bears will have solid field position here as they take over at the 45-yard line.
He's certainly not been afraid to take some chances downfield. Now, look, it's paid off for him a couple of times. That time, not so fortunate.
And that's where I want to start, what you said. It's paid off a couple of times. So his aggressiveness has been good for his offense for the most part. So he throws an interception there. No one likes that, but I would not rein him back in. The return on investment thus far has been pretty good. 2 touchdowns to 1 interception.
After the interception, here's Keenum. And his throw here's incomplete.
I think he's got to be careful not to force anything into coverage right there. There weren't really any throwing lanes, but the best part for him, he's got 2nd and 3rd down to fall back on.
They'll run it here. This is Deontay Foreman. And he'll be taken down just shy of midfield after a gain of about 4.
And hold on here, because on that last run, it looks like we have a player who was shaken up. Hopefully, obviously nothing serious here. Medical staff, though, going to take a peek, and we'll take a break.
Throwing on 3rd down, Keenum. And the Lions pressure too strong. Down he goes. The Clemson product, DJ Reader, got in for the sack.
He continues, Charles, to be under constant pressure, and these sacks, they're starting to pile up.
And if they want to have a realistic chance in this one, they've got to change their blocking assignments. They've got to do a better job to keep him upright. If he's going to be on the deck constantly, they've got no chance to win this game.
But Jake Camarda sent on now to punt this away.
And great special teams work here. This is knocking on the door of the 5. They'll spot it at the 6-yard line.
You see David Montgomery heading back out to begin the drive.
A good job in the passing game. Decent job in the running game, but really they've been more effective through the air. We'll see if that shifts at all as this goes on.
Thus far, it feels like they're calling this game in reverse. Normally you run to set up the pass. Here it feels like they're passing, hoping to set up the run and be more effective later on in the game.
And you can do it both ways. We usually talk about it in the reverse, however.
No doubt about it.
Here's 2nd and 8. And this is caught by Williams.
Now he's loose down the left sideline. Jamison Williams.
Touchdown, Detroit.
Jamison Williams
on his way to a monster game. 3 first-half touchdowns.
And the Lions are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead.
And I think it's safe to say we won't call many touchdown passes longer than that this year, partner.
No, I would agree with that totally. And right now, you're looking at an offensive coordinator. Conservative would not go next to his name. Risk taker, definitely, because he valued the opportunity to create a big play against what could have been disaster if they end up getting sacked or fumbling the ball in the shadow of their own goal line.
Here are the Lions now as they line up and kick this one away.
Duvernay now going to bring it out. And tackled at the 21-yard line, so a net negative there of 4 yards.
Here's the Chicago offense coming back out onto the field.
See if they can put this drive in the end zone, Charles, because it's been a little bit of a rough go at times. They've had to punt the football a ton in this ball game because of stalled out drives.
So are you saying that you're kind of tired of seeing the punter run out there and do his thing during this game? Is that what you're trying to say?
Well, I mean, I'm okay with it. I have a feeling that this offense, they don't want to see the punter again.
And frankly, the punter doesn't want to run out there anymore himself. He would love to see his offense put together a drive and give his leg a rest.
The offense on third down, just 1 for 5 to this point. Here it's 3rd and 3. Back to throw, Keenum. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he will have the Bears first down. They needed 4. He doubled that. He wound up getting 8. It's been a very one-sided game so far. They got to change what they're doing right now, don't they? You can't wait till the halftime speech to make an adjustment.
No, you can't, because if you're doing it right, you're adjusting from series to series, and they need a big adjustment here to try and put some points on the board.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Working from the gun, Keenum.
Looks for the out route, and it's complete to Kmet.
And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. 2 first downs have him up near midfield now on 1st and 10. Off play action, Keenum.
And that's to the left sideline and incomplete.
Nice progress down the field was halted by that incompletion. They could try for some safe yards here to get things moving again, or keep throwing it and pushing it downfield to try and pick up bigger yardage.
Another throw on 2nd down, and this one incomplete as well.
They're putting together a drive here in the final minutes of the half, but the coverage has been tight all game long, and they certainly want to keep them off the scoreboard here.
From the gun, here's Keenum. And that will be incomplete. Here comes the Bears punter now, as he's on for the 5th time here today. He's averaging just under 50 yards a punt as he gets this away. And he didn't quite have the backspin on that one. It hits at the 4 and continues into the end zone. It's a touchback. They'll come out throwing here on 1st down.
And that nearly intercepted. Well, the free safety roaming into position almost had it, but it's 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 10 at the 20-yard line.
He'll look to throw. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down.
Now, right where this set of downs started, they need a full 10 here to pick up the first down and move the chains.
On 3rd down, they go Montgomery. And he'll get this to the 23, but that'll be well short of what he needed.
Now a stoppage here for an injured player, and it's David Montgomery who is struggling a bit. While they come out and take a look at him, we will step aside for just a moment. On 4th down, Jack Fox on to punt for Detroit.
He punted 4 times in the loss last week as he gets this one away here. And taken right on the 30. It'll be a 44-yard punt. The return goes for 8. And the Bears take over. The Bears in good field position to start out 1st and 10 at their 38. They'll fake the handoff. Now Keenum.
He'll fire deep, looking for more.
It's caught inside the 25. A huge play there for Chicago. And even 50 yards.
When they've needed a play this year, he's certainly been the guy to deliver it. As this season has gone on, he's been awfully consistent and sometimes spectacular.
So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10. To throw is Keenum.
Open man, he finds Kmet. Touchdown, Chicago.
A 12-yard touchdown grab.
And the Bears get a late score here in the final minute of the first half.
Well, that touchdown certainly helps, but they've got to go ahead and convert, get to the half, and figure out how to keep chopping down this lead in the second, don't they?
Yeah, they still need to regroup, and they still need to end the second quarter strong. A little bit of time left. Santos now to add the PAT. It's up and good, so they claw back into it. 24-14 now. Pretty Pretty clean and simple there. Just 2 plays. The long pass resulting in the touchdown on play number 2.
And he's able to get this across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down officially at the 21. Jamison Williams out onto the field as his guys take over on offense.
He might be on his way to a record-setting performance. So good here. We're only in the second quarter.
And it's so interesting when we watch these types of days unfold for a receiver, because they need a quarterback throwing it accurately, people to block for the quarterback, so many other variables. But, boy, he's getting it done, and in a big way. Right now, he wants to rock on every snap.
Yeah, he's counting his yards in the hundreds, not the tens. The Lions now going to use the second of their timeouts, as they'll stop it with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play. From the 26, they'll line up on 2nd and 4. Looking to throw. Pressure, and he's taken down. A Bears sack. Now the Bears going to call the first of their timeouts, as they'll stop the clock with 26 seconds to go until halftime. Now the Bears going to use the second of their timeouts. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime.
And here now the punter, Fox, as he sends this one away.
At the 33-yard line, the Bears take over 1st and 10.
The clock showing just 16 seconds till the half as they line up 1st and 10. Keenum.
And that went to the right side and incomplete.
And that's the knowledge you gain from being in this league for a long time. He's learned the hard way when to give up and fight another down. And that's a smart move to throw it away.
Back to the air on 2nd down. It's Keenum.
That one to the sideline, and a nice catch there. He stays in bounds, but a penalty marker is down as well.
Now they face a 2nd and long following the holding penalty.
Foreman powering ahead.
And he'll just keep 2 hands on the football as he'll be taken down after a short pickup. So we have reached halftime with the visiting Lions taking the lead to the break, as we send you down to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach.
We saw a couple of high-octane offenses getting it done in the first half. Both teams had no problems moving the football. And you'd have to think, the team whose defense shows up in the second half is going to be the one who walks out of here with a victory.
All right, Coach, thank you very much. As we welcome you back for quarter number 3.
The Lions in the lead, and they're going to get the football first as well as the second half is underway.
And he takes this near the 25. Just a little pass there. Call it the 26.
The Lions offense now with the football first here to begin quarter number 3. We've got a close game. The offense has played well, but right now they've got to keep their foot on the gas.
And that carries with it an extra bit of pressure, doesn't it? As much fun as they're having right now, they're locked in, really clicking on all cylinders. They also know that if they ever miss a chance to put points on the board, they've actually put their team in jeopardy. And that's not how you want to play the game. It's supposed to be complementary football, offense, defense, but today it's all offense for them.
Yeah, they've been playing with a sense of urgency. It's probably going to need to continue. Out of the gun now on 3rd down. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
Well, it's too early to figure out what kind of adjustments this defense made at halftime, but that's a good start to the second half. They can now afford to give up more points and fall further behind, so well done to force the punting situation here.
So they're forced to punt on 4th as this one's away. And we'll see what he can do on the return. We'll call that a punt of 38 yards officially. And out will come the offense as they take over. So here are the Bears now as they get set for their first possession of the second half.
And their defense did its job by forcing the punt to start things out. And now, Charles, can the offense get in gear?
I think, partner, you can sense them saying, okay, the first half was theirs, but now let's get the momentum back on our side. We forced a punt. Now let's go downfield and score. If we do that, we'll be set up well for this second half.
Now I think we're going to get a timeout here. Yes, a timeout here as it looks like we've got a Lion that's shaken up.
38-yard line, 2nd and 9. On the handoff, here's Foreman.
to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. That'll be a pickup of 10 as they try to recover from this 10-point deficit.
First and 10 at the 48-yard line.
Now a first down throw. Keenum. It's caught inside the 25. They'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. It'll go as an impressive 31-yard gain.
That's a well-thrown ball right there. This is where arm strength pays off because he's got to be able to get the ball both downfield and to the sideline, and that's one of the more difficult throws for a quarterback, and he put it right where it needed to be.
So the big play gets him all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. Now a give to Foreman, and he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
Brings up 2nd and 11 at the Lions' 22-yard line.
Throwing now is Keenum. Out left, he's got it to Everett. And able to get this down inside the 15, either the 13 or 14 before he's out of bounds.
A couple extra tight ends in the formation here as they line up 3rd and 2.
Now Keenum.
Pass taken in by his big tight end. And the Bears are going to have 1st and goal coming up as they're able to convert there on 3rd and 2.
And in a lot of ways, that catch is expected. Red zone presence, and that one was realized there. You've got to find your tight end in that situation.
They'll run here with Foreman.
And he's going to press this one forward as they stop it right around the 1. It'll be a pickup of 4, and it brings up 2nd and goal.
2nd and goal.
He'll try again. And this time he'll get in. Touchdown Bears. Everybody in the stadium knew what they were going to do right there, CD. 3 tight ends on the field, all that extra bulk, and they run it in.
And you saw where that one went, right? You run it over your best blocker. I can just see the head coach right now. I want to run this one over the big boy. And they got it done.
Now the point after try for Santos. It's up and good, and this now becomes a 24-21 ball game. So that drive goes 8 plays, and it was finished off by Deontay Foreman on the touchdown run. Now after the touchdown, here's Santos to kick this one away.
Taken at the goal line. And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25.
And Detroit getting set to go now.
Their lead down to a field goal now as they start with a 1st and 10. Man, I just love being in this stadium. So much history, tradition, so many great teams and games, and we're seeing a pretty good one right now. Highly contested in the 3rd quarter.
And boy, now you see him, now you don't. Excellent move, nice run, winds up getting about 6.
Here now, 2nd and 4.
Brings up 2nd and 4.
They'll go again with Gibbs.
And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. 15 yards for the Lions there on a 1st down.
Most of their damage has been done through the air. I mean, they've rung the bell 3 times with passing touchdowns, but guess what? Ground game has not been neglected. Nice little burst right there.
Now here's a throw that's complete. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
From the 46, here's 2nd down and 2.
At the 46-yard line.
St. Brown in motion right. And they're going to give it to him on the jet sweep. And St. Brown going to have the Lions 1st down as he'll get this down to the 41.
How about that there? No frills, no additives, right? Nothing crazy. Just find a way to pick up the 1st down. A nice run right there.
On 1st and 10, here's Gibbs.
And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. Now I think we're going to get a timeout here. Yes, a timeout here as it looks like we've got a Lion that's shaken up.
So as the medical staff takes a look, we'll step aside. Second down, and they go back to Gibbs.
5 yards on the carry there, and it leaves them with 3rd and about 6 yards to go.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
That is caught, and he's taken down, but not before reaching the 10-yard line. A very solid gain of 27.
With the kind of game he's had so far, you had to know that on third down, that they would be looking his way, and they did, for big yardage and a first down. I think the defense fell asleep at the switch on that one. I would have doubled him, tripled him, anything to keep the ball out of his hands.
Straight ahead with Gibbs here. And he gets halfway home from the 10 to the 5 on a pickup of 5.
Looks to me like maybe there's a little attrition setting in with this drive, because when you see that type of a run, I get the feeling the defense getting a little bit tired.
And that's the last thing they need, especially when they look up at the scoreboard. And he's going to press this one forward as they stop it right around the 1. 3rd and inches, and they've got some extra beef up front. 3 tight ends. They'll run it. Here's Montgomery. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Detroit. David Montgomery hitting double digits with his 10th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Lions are able to extend their lead. So it's a pretty good season he's putting together running the football. That now 10 rushing touchdowns on the year.
And we know this is a passing league, and those numbers throwing the football, they seem to go up and up every year. But there's still something to having a reliable back you can count on in the red zone to bring things home for you. And that's what he's been doing all season long.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away.
This taken in at the goal line. And he had no room to run as he's tackled down inside the 20.
And now Chicago getting ready to go as they take the field.
So remember, Charles, last time they were out here, they scored, but they just saw the opposition score, and they're trailing right now, so they're trying to keep pace here. They need a touchdown drive.
Well, if you're a fan of offense, you're loving this, but if you're a fan of defense, this is tough to watch, and it's also tough to keep that up when you just watch your opponent march down the field on a scoring drive that lasts into double-digit snaps. You need a score here, not just to follow the momentum from your last drive, but put the onus back on your opponent. And that's what they're doing right now, swapping that onus back and forth.
3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down.
It's a pickup of 3. Brings up 2nd and 7.
Again, it's Foreman.
And this defense able to plug him up there as he'll get a yard to the 35.
It's interesting going into this game. There was so much talk from both sides about who would control the line of scrimmage. I think we've seen who has it in this one so far.
Well, they bottled him up. He's barely averaging over 3 yards a carry right now.
And this will be caught by Mooney.
And this won't do it. He needed 6. He only got halfway there.
Receivers love having the reputation of being go-to guys on third down. And he was fighting like he really wanted to have that reputation, didn't he? I mean, he came very close to making that a first down.
Broke the 1 tackle, but couldn't spring himself free. So possession goes over here on the punt. And the Lions are going to take over with a long field ahead and a 1st and 10.
Detroit's offense ready to take over.
And they'll just simply be looking to build off the confidence of the last time out where they scored a touchdown.
And confidence is powerful, isn't it? When you've scored once, you feel like you can go back out there and get it done again. Doesn't matter what the defense throws at them. They feel like they're in a groove right now, and they want to get out there and show it.
Yeah, hoping to stay in that groove here this go-around. So the completion good for 6 yards, and it'll be second down. He'll look to throw. It's complete to Williams. 8th catch for him now. He's been a big factor. And it's a first down.
And the Lions first down.
Gibbs straight ahead.
And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. First down for the Lions on a nice pickup of 18 yards. And they're not going to get to the line to run another play. So we will switch ends as the 3rd quarter has come to a close. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. Back now at Soldier Field. It's the Lions holding onto the football, and they also have the lead as we start quarter number 4. Looking for more there on first down, but this throw downfield, incomplete.
Listen, when you've got a guy with 3 touchdown catches back pocket already, you can guarantee they're going to keep looking for him, and you can also guarantee he's going to keep asking for the ball.
Throws to his man on the out route. It's complete. That's Robinson. 4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a 3rd down. They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. He's got his target. That's complete. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made here at the Bears' 40. Give him 10 yards there as this offense is on a roll. This drive continues to plunge forward.
Partner, I like that they're staying aggressive on offense because, to me, this drive is what is known as a put-away drive. You score here, that might put this one to bed. I like the fact that they're playing with confidence and not playing with fear.
From the gun, Gibbs will get it. And he stopped immediately there. Tremaine Edmonds there to bring him down. If nothing else, they've already taken a couple minutes off the clock here already as they come up 2nd down. Another run for Gibbs here. And give him 6 yards here as he stopped near the 35 at the 34. This will be play number 9 of the drive here as they need 4 yards on 3rd down. He'll drop to throw. He's going to get that to his running back out of the backfield. And he is out of bounds inside the 30. They give him 5 yards there, and it's enough for the first. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. A quick throw there is incomplete.
They had their backs up against the wall a little bit, and they come through by forcing an incompletion. Now they've got to continue to ratchet up the intensity a couple of more times and get off the field before giving.
And intercepted, maybe the turning point they need. Kyler Gordon picks it off, and the Bears are right back in this football game. That is the play they needed in a 2-score game here in the 4th quarter.
No doubt about it. They did what they had to do to give themselves a chance to get back into the game. They turned it over to the offense. They are now in charge.
Now they need to execute.
Another drive coming up for this Chicago offense. The interception was a great starting point, but now they need points pretty quickly, down 2 scores.
They'll start the drive with a give to Foreman. And he'll fight forward on the straight-ahead running for just a couple of yards. 2nd down.
24-yard line. 2 yards on the pickup. It's 2nd and 8.
Here's Keenum. This will be caught downfield by Moore. And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49. That one covers 24 yards. It's a first down.
1st and 10 at the 49-yard line.
Now Foreman. Busts through the tackle. And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35. Add the gain here to the previous play, and it's better than 40 yards total.
We'll definitely see some open running lanes, and he's taking advantage of it right now, but that shouldn't be a surprise. Defense has the lead. They're playing for the pass first.
And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete.
Have to give some credit to the defender on that when he read all of his keys perfectly and got a great break on the ball and able to force that incompletion.
Keenum again here on 2nd and 10. Locates Mooney on the out route. Touchdown! Darnell Mooney, 34 yards. And the Bears have made it a 1-score game again here in the 4th. And there they got him the ball. Just get it to him, let him do the rest.
You know, he probably said that to his quarterback as he broke the huddle. I like the play call. Just get it to me. I'll take care of the rest of it.
Helping out his rack, right? RAC.
Run after catch, and he loves that, and he's going to carry that in at contract time.
Santos able to tack on the extra point. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this 4th quarter. Now after the touchdown, here's Santos to kick this one away.
And it'll come out to the 25 as Raymond will elect not to bring it out.
The Lions offense heading out as we give you a look at the playoff race coming into the weekend in the NFC. And I tell you, 4 weeks still to go, and everything is wide open, and it's fun.
And I know we always talk about, well, if the playoffs were to begin today, and then we kind of go, okay, but they're not. Let's see how it plays out. Wouldn't it be fun to play with this playoff lineup right now? Because to me, just about anyone can win this whole thing out of this grouping we currently have. And by the time we get there, it may look entirely different.
Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
On the give, here's Gibbs.
And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield. That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on first down. After the loss, they'll come up 2nd and 13. They'll look to throw here. Man open is Robinson. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. 33 yards that time.
And Charles, with that completion, I'm told that puts him now over 3,000 yards passing on the campaign.
And Brandon, I think we have to start to think about where we are in the season, because right now, 4,000 is not out of the question. I think a big game or two, he's certainly capable of getting that done.
They'll look to throw here on first down.
Got St. Brown running the quick slant here.
And they work this near the 5. He'll be stopped at the 6. 17 more yards on that one as they keep the drive rolling. So 1st and goal, 6 points here would go a long way toward wrapping this one up.
They'll run with Gibbs.
And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. A pickup of 4 on first down. It'll be 2nd and goal.
A 4-yard gain brings up 2nd and goal at the Bears' 2-yard line.
They'll send the tight end in motion. And he'll get blown up behind the line of scrimmage. Back at the 6. He lost 4 there, and it's 3rd down.
Well, that's going to bring up a big call now because he was unable to make the play himself on 2nd down. Now you just have to wonder, will they keep the ball in his hands on 3rd down?
They'll look to throw on 3rd and goal.
Open man, and he's got Williams. Touchdown, Lions.
It's a 6-yard touchdown pass.
And the Lions are able to build on to their 4th quarter lead. But that's certainly an important touchdown there. It makes this a 2-score game.
But as we've seen, no lead is safe in this one with the way these two offenses have lit up the scoreboard. I would imagine that on their sidelines, they're both yelling at their defenses, hey, you want to get involved here? One big play from you, that could win the game for us.
Extra point by Badgley, up and good. And his guys will take a 10-point lead. Here are the Lions now as they line up and kick this one away.
This fielded right at the goal line. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line.
Now the Bears offense ready to take over again.
Well, that last touchdown we just saw, what an important one. Now it's back to a 2-score deficit for this crew as they take the field here, and they are in desperate need of finding the end zone.
And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10.
They're firing a deep ball for Kmet.
And too much juice. It'll be out of bounds, incomplete.
When you're leading in the final quarter, your radar has to be up for any potential deep shots. And probably not the last one they're going to see in this game, not as long as they hold this lead.
Another throw on 2nd down, and this one incomplete as well.
A lot of times it's that first read that you have. Maybe you get it in pre-snap, and he locked in on his target, but he was covered quite well, and that one's incomplete.
Now a play fake, and it's Keenum. And that is incomplete.
Well, how about the coverage we just saw him break out on 3rd down? Dime defense, blanketed the field with extra defensive backs and speed, unable to find an open hole to complete that pass.
Now Keenum, gotta have this one. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. The Bears tried it on 4th down, unable to convert. And the Lions will get the football back in terrific field position. So still over 3 minutes remaining in this game, but boy, not getting that when that hurt.
That's a little bit demoralizing, so they have to be careful about that because still have an opportunity if they can get some things done on defense. But now, since they've taken over on downs, a team with the ball, guess what? Going to 4-minute offense, maybe they can put this thing away.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11.
2nd and 11 at the 42-yard line.
Hand off now to Gibbs.
4 yards on the pickup there as they get it back to a more manageable 3rd and 7.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
Able to find the open man. That's complete.
So fresh out of the 2-minute warning, and here's another timeout taken with 1:55 remaining.
5 points of contact necessary at this stage as they'll run on 1st down.
Now the Bears going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next.
Another run on 2nd down, trying to cover up.
And he's dropped just before the line to gain. 4-yard pickup leaves him with 3rd and 1.
Gibbs will try and pick it up. And he will have a Lions 1st down, and that's the one that should seal a victory.
Starting to look like this drive, it may be the final nail in the coffin.
Well, this is why you work out so hard, right? This is why you spend all that time in the offseason. This is why you have those OTAs and mini camps. For these situations, these scenarios, to run someone into the ground and secure a victory.
So he'll take a knee here to wrap this one up, and he's going to want to keep that game ball. He was sensational.
So it's a win here for the Lions, and it was all thanks to the play of their veteran quarterback.
Yeah, you have to be impressed with the way he ran the show, partner. He was in total control right from the get-go. Finished with over 400 yards passing, 4 touchdowns. I don't think he could have played a whole lot better than that.